Oh, the fun we can have playing Living on a Prayer. Why not? Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to show you all these cool things. But first, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank the following Tommies and Ginas for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Keith White, Adam Teeters, Leandro Rivarola, Mr. Anita Drink, and Casey. Thank you so much for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link will be in the description. Did you know that one who works on the docks is called a stevedore? And on that note, may I introduce you to Steve the Tortoise? Ooh, open E string, D2, A2, open D is the first half. The second half is EE, A2, D open. If you want. Or do you prefer to replicate the swooshing organ? It's an E minor chord. More specifically, an E minor add 9 chord, which all that means is you add the baby E string 2nd fret, that's F sharp, the 2nd and 9th note of the E minor scale. And here's fancy. Because you do hear a little bit of C, D in there, that's A3. If you do it this way, you can have the E minor chord ringing out. As the intro goes crashing towards the verse, we hear a much more committed C chord and D chord chime in. You can do normal C, normal D, into E minor. But here's a fun way that grabs the register that those chords are in better. Here's a C chord you may have never considered. It's a triad. It's a 3-note chord. E3, B5, G5, up 2 frets, and E minor is 7, 8, 9. And here's the little piano riff. It's going to be E12, B12, E10, E12. Oh, it's just the same thing twice. E12, B12, E10, twice. That's fun. The verse is simply E minor. You do your E minor 9 if you want. Add 9. C, D, E minor. We've already addressed it. Or you can do your... to impress your mother or her friends. C, D, E minor. That brings us already to the pre-chorus. But first, I'd like to share with you a little thing called Grandma Always Brings Crappy Deviled Eggs. This is how I find root notes on the E and the A strings. The first 3 dots on the E string are Grandma Always Brings, so G-A-B, and the first 3 dots on the A string are Crappy Deviled Eggs, or C, D, E. So, for instance, if you're looking for an E power chord, you might go, rather than, A sharp, B, etc., 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 all the way up to E, you can just say, Grandma always brings crappy deviled eggs. Huzzah. Or an A chord, always. Or a C chord, crappy. Root notes on the E and the A strings. That's going to help us out a lot here. She says we gotta hold on. It's C, D, D, E. So there's C, right? Power chords. C, D, D, E. Over and over again. When we get to That's a Lot for Love, you'll make your way up to E, and then you'll go E, D, C. Like this. C, D, D, E, D, C. And then D, 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 D. That's your pre-chorus. The chorus simply alternates between E. I'm going to do the low one. That's the one they do. You want to do the high one? Go right ahead. E power chord, O2-2, starting on open E. E, C, D, and G, C, D. Over and over again. E, C, D, G, C, D. That's the chorus. At the end of the second chorus, as we're about to go into the solo, the band lands on a C chord. So it'll be like this. And down to C. But the guitar does not actually play a C power chord. The guitar plays C harmonics. What you want to do here is touch the string as lightly as you can without not touching it, right over the metal bar called the fret, not in the space called the fret, between 5 and 6 here, and you just simply give it a pluck, and you can even take your hand away. We're going to do the G5, the D5, the G5. Now, that's even difficult. I've got my overdrive pedal on, but if I do my neck pickup, it doesn't really work. So don't be discouraged. Turn your gain up, head on over to your bridge pickup and give it a shot. Or if you're on an acoustic guitar or a cleaner electric guitar, just play a C chord. That heads us into the solo, which is the musical part, the same as the chorus. The key change that bisects the last chorus uses one of my favorite key change techniques. I call it the 3 frets higher technique. You will run into this technique in Stacy's Mom during the guitar solo and Weezer's The Sweater Song during the guitar solo, and it's just the same exact chord progression but 3 frets higher. So that's how you can remember what key you're supposed to change to. We started on, in the normal chorus, E open, so that becomes E3, G. Our previous second chord was A3, a C chord. That becomes 3 frets higher, A6, which is a crappy deviled sharp, a D sharp power chord. And then 2 frets higher than that, because that's what we did, is F. They don't play the high F, they play the low F, but that's how I visualize it, so I remember what the heck I'm supposed to do. G, D sharp, F. Alternating with, we had G before, now we're going 3 frets higher to grandma always sharp, A sharp or B flat. And that's your key change. G, D sharp, F, A sharp, D sharp, F. And that's that. Those are all the pieces, so go use your earballs and figure out which one goes where when. If you think you would benefit from my handy-dandy song cheat sheets, the ones I figure out by ear and write in pencil and use to keep track of myself while I'm making these videos, not to mention playthroughs done by me to help you tie the song together, you're going to find all of those things and more on my Patreon page. I'll hope to see you there. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.